Hey guys, it's Jack from CruiseCasinoMafia.com with another one of our public videos. So, a lot going on. This is another really fun one. This is basically cruise season. We're in the summer right now when I'm making this video, so a lot of people getting excited for their cruise that may be coming up for the summer. And if you're not the biggest gambling guy, a lot of times people love cruising and they kind of go in the casino once in a while. So we're going to start doing a lot of interesting stuff for people that are not our hardcore crowd, but they're people that are going to Vegas for the first time. Maybe they're foodies. Maybe they're not really big gamblers. Maybe you love cruising, but you really don't spend that much time in the casino, not because it doesn't seem to be something that's fun, but because you've really never learned the games and you feel like you're throwing your money away. Well, there's a lot of great stuff we're going to be doing on the channel, as well as those people that want to take it to the next level and join our private membership. Right now, we have well over 350 private videos, PDFs, and content for people that want to figure out, can you actually make money consistently on a cruise ship or in Vegas or your local casino, and even online gambling? Is that possible? Well, we've been answering that question for well over a year and a half. Since we've opened CruiseCasinoMafia.com. We're going to continue to debate that. We're going to continue to show you how we make money and how our people make money by figuring out exactly what your risk to reward is and showing you systems, concepts, and money management that can take you to the point where you can make an extra few $100s a month, a few $1,000s a month, or just use this information to be able to pay for possibly your cruise, your drinks, or your Vegas vacations, or whatever it may be. Everybody's different. We're not trying to fit everybody into the same hole here. So today I'm going to show you one of those simple but very effective roulette systems that you guys can play. You see we're using the single zero on this one. We've used this one online with single zero. Do not be afraid. Yes, the odds are slightly different. You can use this exact system on a double zero wheel. Of course, we never recommend playing any of those garbage triple zero wheels that you see in Vegas and some casinos nowadays. Major sucker bet as far as I'm concerned. So you can play this on a single zero or a double zero. The odds are not that dramatically different. So let's get right into this right now to show you guys. If you have friends or family that are going on cruises or taking a Vegas trip, feel free to grab the link to this video, send it to them, and tell them that they're going to owe you a drink for showing them this system. Here we go. So it's made up of the same bets. Whoops. You're going to be doing it. I'm doing this with $5 bets here, a $5 street bet, and 3 times that, which is a $15 column bet. You can dummy this down. Just keep the ratios if you're playing online or electronic. Just remember, you can do these at $1. You can do these at 50 cents, whatever it may be. Just keep the ratio the same. 3 units, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit. All right, so we're playing corner bets here. Do not overlap them. Okay? Make sure you're playing these corner bets. Then you're going to play for the same amount of money, a 1 unit, a double straight, 3 units on this first column, right here. These pay 2 to 1, 2 to 1. All right. Most of the time, you're covering a lot of numbers. You're not going to get any huge losses here most of the time. You can do, and I'll show you the progression that some people do if it's a total loss. On a total loss, you're going to go up 2 units on these and on this one. And you're going to go up 3 units on this one. So only on a total loss, go up 2 units. So these become 15 if you're using $5 chips. This becomes 15. This becomes 45. Only do it sparingly, and only do it on a total loss. So let's see how this thing goes. This is a cycler for sure. There's win number 1. That is a $5 win. And Once again, these type of systems, I don't stay on the table for these very long. Make your money, hit the road. So we're going to rebet and we're going to spin. All right, there's another win. We're up $10. Let's keep going. And you aren't going to get a lot of wins with this system. Okay, there's another, whoops, there's another $5 win. We're already up to $15. Now, the problem some people will tell you with this system, okay, we're up to $20, is these type of systems, you're putting out quite a bit of money, right? You're putting out $40 to make $5 in most cases. Now, there is a jackpot. The jackpot is right here. When you hit here, right, and you hit this column, you're going to make more money than that. So some people don't like systems where you're putting out way more money than what you're actually making back. It's up to you. That's the nature of this type of system. So let's keep going and see what we can do. And obviously we have hundreds of videos on this channel, the public channel. So there are many, many roulette systems that have totally different vibes than this, as well as craps and baccarat systems. So if you go through, if you're new to the channel, go backwards, take a look, and you're going to find that certain systems are going to work better for you. Of course, we always tell people to never play a system without going online using a simulator like this and practicing so that you can see if it's something that you really enjoy playing, and more importantly, that you actually understand the kind of bankroll that's needed. Never go to the table and play with less money than you need. And that's another win. So we've had how many wins in a row now? Look at that. We're up to $30. And remember, if you're happy with that $30, $35 now, you simply leave the table. Don't push your luck, right? If you're walking around Vegas or you're waiting for dinner on the cruise ship and you make an extra 35 to 50 bucks that you can use for drinks later or your excursion tomorrow or whatever it may be, or to pay for one of those upgraded dinners or whatever it may be, don't push your luck. All right. That's the biggest problem, is most people, when it comes to that, are not taking it seriously. They just keep playing and playing. They never walk away from the table with money. That's one of the biggest tips we can give you guys. Whatever money you walk away from the table with that you're up positive is money in your pocket. Do not play and play and play. So if you're happy, let's say, making $50, walk away. All right. So there is our first loss. It's a $10 loss, right? So it's not a full loss. So we're just going to rebet. We don't want to press our luck. We don't want to progress when we don't have to with a system like this. All right, there's another $10 loss. So we're all the way back down to 15. So we call this a cycler because you're going to have bad streaks. Don't get crazy. Don't progress your bets automatically after every single tiny loss. So at this point, let's stay with the same bet for now, and then we'll show you what it looks like if we do progress, just to give you a feeling for that. So let's stick with the same bet for now. All right, that's a big one. That's a full loss right there, right? And now we're negative. So we went from all the way up at $35 positive. Now we've cycled back to 25. So just to show you the way this thing plays out, let's rebet and let's show you what it looks like. So you're going to go up 2 units here. So you're going to go to 15. Now this is going to increase the bets quite a bit. So you don't want to stay at this level for too long because you're really risking a lot more than you were before. This goes up to 45. Okay? So now look at what your total bet looks like. It's a lot more money. And we lost. That's the problem when you're doing this type of system, when you're moving up that much. So we're going to rebet, but we're not going to go up at the moment. And this is why you have to practice and see if the system is right for you. Okay, there's a win, right? So now we're still down, so we're just going to rebet. We're not going to go up. We're not going to go up. We don't want to get crazy. We're already getting crazy, right? So there we go. So now we're at $115 loss still. So just to show you what this looks like, all right, if you want to be aggressive, you're going to go up again 2 units. And this is why this system gets a little bit dangerous if you start getting into the progressions. You saw how easy it was when we had back-to-back-to-back wins, which you're going to have quite a bit. But I'm going to show you the negative side as well. There's always a negative side. Nothing is always positive. 1, 2, 3. Look at the size of our bet now. All right, but we won. So now we're down to $75 on the bad side, right? So here's what we're going to do. And I'm showing you all these different variations here in the money management so you can figure out what works best for you. So I don't want to stay at these nosebleed levels for very long. So you can make one more bet at this level and then go back. So why don't we do that? Because this is a big bet. This is a $185 bet. If we lose it, we're in big trouble, right? So you can always do something different. You can step it down to the level prior to this, right? Where these were $15 bets. So let's do one more shot here and hope that we don't get crushed. But this is why you need to practice to make sure that you understand how to make the movements and whether you even want to progress. Okay, so now it worked because now we're only down 80, right? We're down $80. So let's do it again. In the casino, I probably would not be pushing my luck with these 185 bets. I can tell you that right now. All right, but pushing our luck has worked. We're only down $40 right now. All right, so if you were to do this and push your luck this much, would you want to do one more bet at this higher level, or would you want to drop down? I would probably drop down. All right, so let's do this. Let's go back to our $5 bets and work our way back up, right? So we're back to our $5 bets here and here, and we're back to our 3-unit bet, which is 15. And remember, you can play this on the electronic system and play this for far less money, right? You can play this for less if your casino allows you to play minimums here that are less than the $5 as well. It depends on what the minimums are. So, because you need a much bigger bankroll to play at this level, as you can see, making these bigger bets if you need to. So we're back at the base level now. Okay, so you see that's a loss, right? It's not a full loss, but it is a loss. So we're just going to rebet and we're going to spin. All right, there's another loss. All right, and we have another loss. So that's 3 losses. So what we'll do, just to give you guys we're going to go up again, and we're going to show you what the progression is. So you're going to go up 2 units. And, you know, the trick here is to do enough testing to figure out what your risk to reward is. You know, do you want to get up $30, $35, $40, $45 and quit? What happens? How many losses is it going to take you to then progress? Because remember, the problem with this type of system is you're making a small amount of money versus the amount of the bets, right? Versus the amount of the bets. So that's always the issue here. And that's what makes the progressions a little more difficult with this type of system. So we moved up one step on the ladder. And let's see what happens. Not good, right? Not good. It's a partial loss. So let's rebet. Okay, that's a good win. That brought us back to 85. But you see, we bet 120 to make 15. And that's the thing. That's why sometimes these type of systems people are not big fans of, right? Because look what you're making versus the bet size. So this is one of those systems you're going to have to do your own due diligence. You're going to get a lot of wins. We just got another win. We're down to 70. So let's stay at this level and see if we can get back to break even. All right, we're down to 55. Let's rebet. There we go. We're down to $40. Let's rebet. And there we go. We're back to $25, right? $25. So what you can do is this. Here's another little thing to think about for the money management. All right. So instead of going back to the base level, you can change what the base level is and turn these into, instead of going all the way back to 10, you can turn these, back to 5, you can turn these into $10 base bets, right? And only stay at that level for a quick period of time. So these become 10s. And actually the 15 should then become 30, right? 30. So we've kind of tweaked it a little bit, right? Because we're down 25. So let's rebet, and we're not going to stay here for long. We always want to go back to the base, the $5 base, as fast as possible. Okay, that didn't work out too good. That's a total loss. But at least we didn't lose it on the higher end, right? So we're going to rebet and we're going to spin. All right, there's a win. We're still down 130 though. And you see that's the problem with this system, is that you have to get so many wins to make up. There's a win. You have to get so many wins to come back. So this is one of those systems that you got to kind of see if it's the right thing for you. If not, there's so many other systems we have on the channel to look at. But I did want to show you guys this one. It isn't something I've shown before. If the beauty of this one is you start out on a winning tear, you quit. You walk away very fast. Because coming back, as you can see, is not that easy. We're getting a bunch of wins, but look how hard it is to come back. You see how long it's taking us to come back? All right, look at all these wins in a row. We're still down $55. That is the problem with this type of system. And there's another loss. Okay, it's a partial loss, but look how hard of a time we have coming back. There's a good one. Okay, there's a good one. Now, obviously, if you have a huge bankroll, you can do these the progressions more. But you're still rolling the dice, because even though you're progressing your bets up, you're still only winning a portion of the size of the bet. So when you lose, it really affects how long it takes to come back. So this is a system that, for me, it's not very high on my list. This is the type of system that you can play for small numbers on the electronic or online. But we have so many better systems than this that you can come back so much quicker from a tiny losing streak. So that's the negative with this system, right? But people wanted me to show something that we haven't shown before, and this was one of the systems they wanted me to try. I'm not a huge fan of this after kind of getting a vibe for it, right? It's easy to play, but there are far better systems that we have on the public YouTube channel and obviously on the private membership at cruisecasinomafia.com. This would not be on my top 10 list. Let's put it that way. You see, look at that. We had all those wins in a row and we're back down 175. So once again, you guys can try this one. I'm not a huge fan of it after trying it. This just doesn't meet my criteria. And what we teach people, on the private side, is that go through the systems. You're going to get a feeling very quickly for systems that kind of meet your criteria or they don't for various reasons. The ones that don't, just put them aside. You don't have to keep playing something that doesn't work for you, like this system. What you want to do is isolate the ones that for whatever reason seem more comfortable to you. Then you want to practice and evaluate the bankroll, what you need to play the system so that you have enough bankroll to survive some of those down times. And then you put that in your toolbox. And what we do is we create 2, 3, 4 systems that are always in our top 3 systems for that game, whether it's roulette, baccarat, or craps. All right. And anytime there's anything new that we learn, we're always interested in new stuff. But at the end of the day, it comes down to, is it a system that would bump out one of our toolbox systems that we currently have in our personal toolbox? And that shouldn't happen that often. You shouldn't constantly be bumping out top 2, top 3 systems to just put something new in. That doesn't mean that you're not intrigued by another system, but it should take a lot for you to bump out a system. This system would never meet my criteria for being in my top 3. Most of the systems for roulette that meet my criteria, some of them are combo systems that are similar to this, but the other systems are systems that are simply based on the even money bets down here or the dozens and the columns, right? This system, the payoff is just not right for me. It doesn't mean that you can't make money with this system, but the payoffs just don't feel right to me. Having to come back and having to have so many wins to make up one loss just doesn't make it for me. So this is a system that I would not have in my toolbox, but I wanted to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. There are people that use systems like this and like them. I just happen to not be one of them. So always test, see if it meets your criteria. If not, we have tons more videos on this channel as well as the private. So we'll see you on the next video. I hope you guys have a great week. If you're new to the channel, feel free to share the channel with others. We do usually 2, 3, 4 videos a week on the public side. If you don't understand the game, if you're new to baccarat or craps, don't walk away from it. The fact of learning other games other than what you're completely familiar with is so important because there's so much money to be made in the other games. So it's almost like being in the stock market and saying, well, I only know IBM, so therefore I'm not going to be open to ever trading or buying any other stock. That would be ridiculous, right? Or the crypto market, the same thing. So learn the other games, get comfortable with the other games, and then you can make a decision whether those games are actually good for you or not. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.